One could spend a lifetime looking for the perfect video game controller, and it would not be a wasted life. We often speak of the evolution of gaming graphics, storytelling, and sound, but where is the love for controllers? People talk about the best consoles and video games of all time, but rarely do people speak about the actual human interface that makes us able to interact and live our adventures as we see fit. The evolution of controllers over the years is extremely impressive, and very few contenders in this space continue to innovate like 8Bitdo does. I may sound like a shill here, but who else makes controllers for your old retro consoles with dongles that actually perform as near or sometimes better than the actual hardware? I will wait. I own several of their controllers, with the 8Bitdo Xbox Pro 2 with Hall effects being my daily driver. I have put this thing through absolutely everything you can think of, and it has never failed me. This is why when 8Bitdo reached out to me to send me a Pro 3 controller at no cost, I said absolutely, let's partner up. This review will be more than my initial thoughts. We will speak about the features and accessories, cost, and I'll also be taking it through my gauntlet of games in order to really test its accuracy in 2D and 3D games. Let's get into it. So the first thing that you're going to notice with this controller, guys, is that it looks a lot like the Indigo Nintendo GameCube. It's really well designed. The cool thing about this controller as well is that it has an actual charging dock. The inside of that dock, it actually has a plunger and some extra buttons, which is really cool. It also has a USB-C 2.4 GHz wireless dongle. But inside the package, we have these nice little tabs that go on top of the joysticks. And honestly, this controller feels really good. It feels really premium. And I really like how they pack this thing. It's actually really neat. So first off, it feels like my old Pro 2 controller. It's a very stable controller. And I can tell right off the get-go it has a little bit of heft to it, which is great. Now we're going to get into the charging dock like I was discussing here, guys. This thing is what contains everything. Inside of this is the extra plunger and the extra buttons that you can swap out the buttons with as well. One of the things about this controller that's really cool too, it comes with two little joystick knobs, kind of make it like an arcadey feel, good for like twin stick shooters and that kind of thing. It comes with a USB-C to USB-A cable, which will make your dock really easy to hook up. Cool thing about this controller, guys, is that it hooks up via USB-C, it hooks up via Bluetooth, and it hooks up via the 2.4 gigahertz. It's a very, very nice feeling controller. Very comparable to my Pro 2. I'm actually kind of impressed by the color. I thought that it wasn't going to be as impressive to me, but it really does look good. Feels great. The buttons are clicky. I would say the buttons are a little bit loud, probably because of the metal plating. That would probably be a little bit of feedback, I would say, but it fits really snug on the dock. So when it comes to testing the D-pad on a controller, there is one test that I always try to duplicate, and I'm going to tell you, there's only one that consistently passes, and it is this controller. This D-pad is single-handedly the one I'm most used to, and one of the best D-pads ever made. It's got a nice feel to it. It's just perfect. And you know what? The game that I like to test with is this guy, Battletoads in Battle Maniacs. If you can do the speeder bike level and the tractor level, then it's a pass. A really good D-pad. Like, I'm talking top 1% of D-pads, because 99% of them fail. And I'm talking no matter how many attempts I take at it. So will the Pro 3, this D-pad, which is, if I'm not lying, it's a bit tight, it's a little hard to press it, will it hold up? I would say if it can beat the speeder bike level, this is a 9 out of 10. If it can beat the tractor level, it is a 10 out of 10 D-pad. Let's get to it. So we're just gonna kind of relax as much as we can while still being able to keep the camera on the controller here. So it's definitely tighter than, like, say, something like a Super Nintendo controller. But it's hard to know because the Super Nintendo controller is so old and beaten down that it's kind of worn in. And it makes it feel good for stuff like this. So right now, what I'm really hoping is that I can get through this level on one continue. That would be a good test. However, a really precise controller would be able to do it without dying. But we'll see how this D-pad does. It's definitely a little bit stiffer than, say, something like an older controller. But it feels good. This is a really good D-pad. Like, very impressive. Very impressive. Being this close to the actual screen, though, is rough, dude. Like, I'm actually, like, not able to see what's happening in front of me. So I kind of got to relax here. So far, it's passing. It's doing well. Ooh, ooh, that's tight. Yeah, those button presses are a little stiff. That's more of a feel thing. Well, now we're getting some actual frame lag. Nice. Thank you, emulation. Oh, did I make it? Oh, God. I thought I didn't make it. Oh, that's rough. We gotta, like, unfocus. Yeah, so I'm doing a couple accidental forwards, I'm noticing. You'll see that, like, I'm not staying up and down. That's gonna be a little bit of a problem at the last part of this level. I don't know if that's a feel thing or what that is, but yeah, I'm definitely pressing more forward than I should be, for sure. That may get me killed. Alright, jump. Jump. Ooh. Feels a little tight, man. Feels a little tight. That's a big tell here now. I'll be able to do this. And I did it. That's a huge win for the Pro 3 controller from 8Bitdo. Way to go, guys. That is impressive. That is the first run, too. Like, that's insane. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about what's happening here, because I'm fully concentrated. I am trying to hit these actual angles precisely. You can see the Xbox controller indicator that I have there. You can kind of slow it down to compare when I'm hitting it. One thing I will say about any controller is that when you're first getting a controller, you're going to have to break it in a bit. It takes, you know, sometimes a half hour, an hour, a little bit more, but you can tell I'm trying to break this controller in. But this is only my second life here, guys, so I'm still going through this. I am literally just ahead of this guy, and I am trying to hit those corners as tight as possible with, I should say, a pretty stiff D-pad. So this is kind of the worst case scenario for this controller, because every single angle that I'm pressing has to be precise. I'm starting to get more used to it. You can tell that I'm kind of pulling ahead a little bit, but I'm still in a very dangerous position. So when I hit down, left, up, you know, like, it's just so precise. This is the ultimate test for any controller. For anybody that didn't play Battletoads and Battle Maniacs or Battletoads, I'm telling you right now, there is nothing that you can put a 2D gamepad through that is going to be harder than this game. This is as hard as it gets. Every single angle needs to be precise. So right now I'm pulling a little bit ahead. The 8Bitdo Pro 3 is actually doing quite well. This is probably about as far as I've made it with any other controller, and I couldn't pass the end part. Like, it's that precise. But I'm pulling ahead. I'm still there, and we're almost at the finish, and there it is. It did it. It passed the test. Holy crap. The only other controller to do it. So we're flying through this. Like, this feels good. Like, this is snappy. There's nothing wrong here. Everything is kind of going the way I would expect. Feels like the Pro 2. But, of course, being wireless is a huge advantage, and having so many options is just the cat's butt. Alright, so far, like, that's incredible. Alright, guys, so this is the 3D element of this test. We're done with the 2D, which I might say that it did really well. This is a controller that features TMR thumbsticks. They're more efficient than Hall effects and less likely to fail, and they are supposed to be super accurate. So let's put this to the test and see how it does with the following games. But anyways, yeah, we're going to do some Night Rain here. I'm just going to run around and just get a feel for how this feels. So like, this feels like the Switch 2. These thumbsticks are so nice to use. Like, now we're talking. This is where the money is right here. Everything feels great. I can pull off all the things I want to pull off here. Oh yeah, look at that. Just beauty. So yeah, this feels like insanely responsive. This is really nice. Probably the nicest I've felt. I would put this up there with the Switch 2 Pro controller. And this is a cheaper controller that comes with more. So I mean, yeah, this is a huge win in my book. Way to go, 8Bitdo. Like, this is great. This feels phenomenal. Alright, so you probably weren't expecting this to be a test game, but Quake 1 has been remade in the past few years and has controller support. So this is a really responsive game, and it's a really good test for the controller, believe it or not. It's phenomenal. It feels great. So let's move the keyboard out of the way here so we can actually see the controller. Alright, so everything's lining up. Looks good. Okay. Alright, so we're just gonna get a feel for it. So first off, this game is great, by the way, if you've never played it. We'll go to easy, because why not? Yeah, oh god, this game's so good. Soundtrack's unbelievable, done by 9 Inch Nails, of course. And this feels insanely responsive. Like, it's so responsive that it actually throws me off with how good it is. Yeah, these sticks are just so good. Like, the D-pad's decent on this controller. These sticks, man? Holy crap, it's like almost like a mouse with my accuracy. Yeah, like, look at that. And I'm not a controller guy, like, when it comes to playing first-person shooters. I don't prefer it, but the kit's just manageable. Yeah, this feels great. Like, this is crazy. Let's just fly through this level. Yeah, like, who wants to play Quake? So good. 9 Inch Nails, let's go. Yeah, phenomenal. This feels great in the hands. Yeah, I'm actually shocked at how good these analog, or I should say, thumbsticks are. They're insane. They're so good. This is TMR technology. So next up, we're going to conduct how long it actually takes to pair this to the Switch 2. There is a actual toggle on the back of the controller that you have to push all the way to the left to the S, and then you just have to press the L and R triggers, and that will allow it to pair. So first off, this feels so responsive. Like, I can't even explain it to you. Like, this just feels right. Like, these sticks, these TMR sticks, are worth it. Like, I tested it with some of the PC games and stuff, but this feels phenomenal. Yeah, this feels literally just like, honestly, it feels as good or better than this, which is more expensive. This is Switch Pro 2 controller, or the Switch 2 Pro controller, and honestly, this feels better when it comes to the sticks, which is insane. It's cheaper, it has the dock, it's compatible with all your systems. I mean, why would you get this, which is impossible to fix, when you can get something like this? Alright, so you're a meat and potatoes guy, I get it. I understand. You skipped ahead the entire video and you came to the conclusion because you just want to know what I thought. But if you can drop a like and a comment after this video is done, that'd be super appreciated because my time is important too. And I love you. So the Pro 3 controller exceeded my expectations. The 2D D-pad performance was off the charts. Beating Battletoads was insane. Like, the fact that I did it with like minimal resistance, and that is when this controller was not broken in. It's broken in now. It's even better than it was. Took about a half hour to an hour to break it in, but when that happened, man, I went back and beat those levels again. Had no issue. Silk Song was very silky smooth. Had no real issues with that. And yeah, the D-pad was just phenomenal. The amount of stuff that you get in the package here, guys, the extra buttons, the plunger, the charging dock, the capability to use this on your Switch, Bluetooth-enabled device like Android, and then, you know, of course, USB connection on your PC. It's just crazy to me, like, that much capability. And then the TMR, like, sticks blew my damn mind. I didn't know what I was missing. These things feel like absolute butter in your hands. Everything that I threw at it was as precise as a mouse, which is the first time I could ever say that. You know, the Quake 1 performance that I was doing there, it was my first test. Everything just felt quick, responsive, and just felt right. And I was able to aim in ways that I could never do before on a controller. I am a lover of this thing. And the fact that it has the Hall effect triggers as well means they're not going to fail on you. So yeah, when it comes to 3D performance, this thing absolutely kicks ass. When it comes to 2D, it's awesome. When it comes to value, it's a lot more value than something like the, you know, the Switch 2 Pro controller, which I have 2 of them, and now I feel like I wasted my money. But yeah, 8Bitdo, thank you so much for sending me the Pro 3 controller. I would rate this controller a solid 9.5 out of 10. The only disadvantage I would say that it has is that the buttons are a little bit loud. And I think that's because of the metal plating and you can swap them. It's nothing really crazy. And then the other thing I would say is that it does take a little bit of time to break in the D-pad. I was doing some accidental movements, but when I broke this sucker in, it was not happening. It was like pristine, precise, and exactly what I expect from your company. Huge props, 9.5 out of 10, guys. Do I think you should buy one? Yes. And guess what? I've got an offer for you. On October 31st, 2025, there will be a promotion. Just follow the link in the description. That will get you the deal. It's $10 off, which is pretty substantial for a controller that's already a great value. And that'll be going on until November 2nd, 2025. So definitely check that out. It's not an affiliate link for me. I'm not making any money off of it because I don't deal with Amazon affiliate. But it's something that can offer a little bit of value and a little bit of a thank you for you guys for watching and definitely checking out my 8Bitdo Pro 3 controller review. And had a lot of fun doing it. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Drop a like on your way out. And we'll see you next time here at COIFISH Gaming. Bye, everybody.